Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and very good evening to everyone. My name is Sophia Sound. I am the program manager of the tech platform. So, right now, we have in this session Shubham Dumbre with us. So, let me introduce to Mr. Shubham Dumbre.
Yeah,
Hello, Mr. Shubham. How are you?
I'm fine, Sophia. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just doing well. So I was just waiting, and the all other people must be waiting for us for the session because it was a very long time. We are
Yeah,
back
yeah.
now. So yeah, it's a very long time. So I just want to tell people that this is the seventh session with Shubham Dumbre. So this session is on web browsers and the search engines. So a web browsers, you can say right now millions of people are browsing many of the websites, and also maybe other people are browsing us also. You don't know about those things. So there are so many of search engines, we directly use them and we search whatever we want to search, but at the back, how that happens and how they took place, how we get searched, we don't know. So Mr. Shubham Dumbre will explain us how many of search engines are there and web browsers and there, and how this happens with us. So Mr. Shubham Dumbre,
Yeah, yeah.
you are all set for the session?
Yes, yes. All set.
All set. So this is the live session. Just subscribe us for this video, and this video is recorded. And anytime you can search this video and you can learn from Mr. Shubham Dumbre and ask any of the question which you want to ask. So let me share the screen, Mr. Shubham.
Sure, sure, Sophia.
Yeah, okay. So I have just shared the screen, Mr. Shubham. So all the very best for the session.
Thank you very much. Thank you for a
Okay.
wonderful introduction, Sophia. So I'll take over. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone. I know this is like an international session, so people are at different time zones, but this session actually is very important because the topic that we have today to discuss is an interesting one: search engines and web browsers. We have like almost used these terms regularly in our life. We use these on our fingertips, but we generally are not sure, are we safe while using those? Are we not being tracked while using those? Are we really you say following the terms and conditions that they give us, or are we really are we truly safe? So privacy is something that concerns everyone. We are not sure how much are we tracked, how are we getting targeted with an advertisement, or you say how are we like being tracked online and all. So let's jump deep into like what different search engines we know and what we don't know, what are the different web browsers which are available which we commonly use, and how we can switch to some other web browsers or search engines which won't track us much as compared to the ones which we regularly use. So let's start the session. This is Shubham Dumbre, starting on with search engines and web browsers. So the topic: search engines and web browsers. Many a times I have seen that people think that both the things are same. When I'll give you a very good example, like the introduction. What is this session all about? So this session covers all important search engines and web browsers, and why is it necessary to understand this? The very first thing, as I started off with, was safety. So safety, online safety, you say, and also real-time safety is necessary. And with these web browsers and search engines, we definitely need to ensure that we are safe. Security in the sense, our passwords and all our, you say, data which we want to see keep crucial, everything is secure, so we want to ensure that part, so that's why it's necessary. Third is growth. In terms of business, in terms of careers, we tend to share a lot of information online, but while sharing that, sometimes they or the browsers or engines have access to your complete system. At that point, we don't know how much is the system actually viewing, how much it is sharing. And so that's also one crucial point. That's about growth. Then privacy in the sense, this word is very important, because and also the meaning, because nowadays everything is going digital, and we genuinely don't know, even if we keep everything with app locks or passwords, is it really being kept safe on the servers? And that's the reason privacy again comes into picture. And digitalization, as I said, everything is turning online, so we need to ensure that we are really keeping the limits. We are not crossing the limits, and we are not exposing too much. We are not overexposing. When is the time to understand about these? So this is the time, and also it will impact the future. So time is this is the right time to understand about the web browsers and search engines. So which are the choices that we have? So common, private, and open source. So common ones, we will explore more into the common, private, and open source search engines and web browsers ahead in this session. Where do we use these devices? We generally use these devices on our smartphones, desktops, tablets, laptops, and other devices. There are very you say sometimes there are iPads and all. So we use browsers, search engines on almost every tech device that has like an interface that connects to the internet. And who is impacted by all of this? That is us and our world. And what do we exactly do with this particular search engine or web browser? Is we search, download, upload, share, chat, have web results and all. And how should we decide that which is the best one? How should we decide which is the most safe one, which is the most secure one? So don't worry, I'll help you to choose the one you decide. So let's decode it together. A very simple question at the very start: what is Google Chrome? Is it a search engine or a web browser? So guys, Google is a search engine, while Google Chrome is a web browser. I have seen that like many people are not sure what exactly is Google, what exactly is Google Chrome, what is Chromium. So we'll explore those terms ahead in this session. So just the answer to this query: what is Google Chrome? It is a web browser. So now, what is a search engine? Let's start with the very core definition. A search engine is a software that is designed to carry out web searches. In simple terms, we could say it's an engine that drives the search, that it finds out different relevant links according to the keywords that you enter. And from the World Wide Web, it gets you the information specified in accordance to the hits and rankings that particular page or website has. So the second thing that is important about search engines is search engines are used to find products. They're used to find information. They are also used to find location. So there is like a lot of data that gets generated. You can term it as some part of big data, because nowadays everything that we search is like through one common search engine. And mostly you all know the name, I know the name, but we'll understand that. And so the World Wide Web is like open sea, and search engine is the one that actually drives the ship and finds the way for the information that we aspire to find. And while doing so, many search engines track search user searches, like whatever we do, whatever our activities are, what exactly are we trying to find, and how relevant those are with our you say choices and decisions. For example, if I search for an iPhone, so like I'll get advertisements on other you say time whenever if I for example I browse something related to a latest iPhone, like I'll start to get advertisements related to an iPhone, or you say mobile phones and all. Why is this so? Because the search engine has already tracked that you are interested in buying a mobile phone and probably an iPhone, so you will probably be directed to those kind of advertisements with expensive phones. If you come to you say some kind of a road trip, or you want some hotel, or you see you need to you need to find some historical place, so whenever you will have such kind of searches, those searches will be redirected to you in form of advertisements. And that's how search engines track your activities, track your clicks, track your you say spend time on that particular site. How much time are you spending, what are your views on, if you like something or if you dislike something. So it tracks your whole activities, and then it directs towards you you say a unique approach, a very customized approach that is like being targeted to you in order to get revenue from you, in order to like make you buy their product or service. So that's how search engines are like hitting the market, hitting the targets. And we have come across a very important keyword these days. The very you say whenever we talk of digital marketing, this word comes up commonly, that is search engine optimization. So we'll have a separate session on digital marketing sometime in future. But again, optimizing search engine in the sense keeping your search results so optimized that your whenever someone searches for about a product or service, your result should appear on the top. It depends on page ranking, number of hits, and different constraints. So we'll discuss that sometime in future. But for now, this is about search engines and smart search engines. Many a times decide on our behalf, like what is the best choice for us. If you are using some cleaners these days, like web cleaners or mobile phone cleaners, you tend to find that it automatically decides which is the best photograph, which is you say a better video compared to the other ones which you recorded, or you say how to free up more memory. And also these are learning, these machines are like learning so much that these search engines are able to decide what next move they have to take automatically, and without even our consent. We just in the you say haste to complete the installation or something, we never read those terms and conditions or data privacy policies or not. But I think we even including me many a times like are in a rush to install the software or service, and at that point we forget to read and we just say next, next, next and finish. But when we do so, many a times we grant a lot of you say controls to the system or controls to the engine, and that really risks our privacy. So search engines, again, as I said, track a lot of things. When you install any browser or search engine on your mobile, you see that for example, if you install it on your mobile phone, it will say that I will need an access to your microphone, I'll need an access to your camera. So there are other like location and other constraints also. So why will a search engine require all of these if it is just meant to search the particular information that I'm intending to find? So these questions are still unanswered. Why is it needing everything? And just by saying that we need it for location specific results, it does not mean that like I am open to my, you say, exposing to my privacy. So we have to find answers to these. So that is the reason we need to find private search engines. We need to switch to private search engines. So we'll discuss those private search engines in the next slides. Now next is web browsers. So what is a web browser? Now search engine is different and web browser is different. Google is a search engine while Google Chrome is a web browser. So web browser is an application software accessing the world wide web. So you say like it is just like when you start when you have to browse something on the internet, you use the web browser, and the thing that actually carries out the search is a search engine. So browser and then engine. That's how the whole thing works. When a user requests a web page from a particular website, the web browser retrieves the necessary content from the web server and then displays the page on the user's device. So this sentence is like self-explanatory, that how web browsers actually function. They will search the information on the server and then it will display on the screen. A web browser is not the same thing as a search engine. As I said, the two are often confused. A search engine is a website that provides links to other websites. So search engine, firstly, if we have to access the internet, if we have to find some information, we click on the web browser, we open it, and then we tend to find information via means of search engines. So a search engine provides links to other websites. However, to connect to a website server and display its web pages, a web browser must be installed. So we know these names: Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Safari, and all. So these are web browsers. Web browsers are used on a range of devices, a multi-range device, like including desktops, laptops, Chromebooks, iPads, and many other smartphones. So that's how web browsers are, and search engines differ in terms of their, you say, functionalities and use cases. Now think like, how are these web browsers and search engines making money? So if we are using an internet, we pay to the data pack service provider or the company which provides us the service pack, like the data packets. But how are these companies making money then? Like internet companies, we tend to like watch movies, we tend to hear songs, we tend to browse information, download photographs, videos, a lot many things. Then how are these companies making money? What data are they collecting, and what's in the privacy policy? And finally, how good the results actually are. So these are the four major questions that come into picture whenever we discuss about any browser or search engine. Because the very first thing, how do they make money? The answer is simple: they target you with relevant advertisements according to your preferences, choices, decisions, likes, dislikes, and many other constraints that come into picture. So they may make money by terms of partnerships, endorsements, or carrying out some targeted advertisement or campaigns in accordance to your data. What data are they collecting now? So for example, if I am very much in favor of a car, like I like to have a BMW. So they will target me with BMW advertisements. So how did they know that I like BMW? Because I am mostly spending my time on BMW car website, or the you say I'm liking the posts that display BMW cars. So this is how the backend is understanding that, yeah, this guy is particularly interested in it and it intends to buy. So let's hit him with such content that will actually drive his decision to buy that particular product. So that's how the data, like whatever my likes, dislikes, and everything is like collected, and regularly this is being tracked, like how often are we visiting the website, how often are we clicking, liking, and everything. So that's how the information is being collected. What's in the privacy policy? So privacy policies, many a times you must have come across that option, should I accept cookies or decline? So many a times some text or does not load if you decline or you cancel or you do not respond to that. It is just because like they want to display the content only after you agree that you are allowing them to track your activity. So what happens, like many websites have hidden trackers. So these trackers will track your exact click rate, your search time, your time in the website, what page actually drive you more towards that particular service or product. So this is how these things come into picture when analytics is like taken carried on a very very heavy base. And that is the reason privacy policy differs according to the origin of business, how the business actually works, how the service or you say product is offered to the market. And finally, how good are the search results. Now again, like when we search one thing on Google and one thing on Bing or other some other browser, we see that search results generally tend to be, the top search results tend to be the same, but after you say 2 3 top results, we see that results differ. So why is this so? Because for every search engine, the result probably gets optimized according to the console result. So for example, for Google, it is Google Search Console. So it crawls the websites again and again, and that's how the results can be improved. For Bing, it is Microsoft Bing Webmaster. So again, there a different you say webmaster comes into picture that crawls the pages and all. So according to the search engine, your results might differ. But if your website or your you say blog is very much hit, like it's hit continuously by a lot amount of people from different locations and browsers, of course definitely it will be on the top. So this was a very crucial point to think on. Now many of us, as I said, forget about data information sharing. So we you say knowingly or unknowingly grant the access to all our data while installing applications. So that's one way by which we share information. Secondly, nowadays many you say if you are sharing something between two devices, it asks you for location or and also Bluetooth settings and all. So again, at that point, we are not sure why will it need a Bluetooth in case if I'm sharing data, because the connectivity which I am trying to establish is a very local one, but it will ask for your access to contacts. It will ask your access to the Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and many other user settings. So at this point, we don't think much because we are like in a hurry to share the data or get our thing done. But this one point is very crucial: what information actually are we sharing? And access to contacts is like really risky because we don't know how we are actually like sharing the contacts, and we with whom are we actually sharing the contacts. So that's one important thing about to think upon. Second is privacy terms and conditions. As I said, terms and conditions play a very pivotal role in any service, in any service or use a product, because it is an agreement between the user and the company that provides the service or product. Because and if it is not read carefully, what happens, I'll tell you, whenever we open those terms and conditions or privacy policies, those are like very long, and we just start of read, if even if we like think of reading those are written in a much technical legal language, and it's like very difficult to make sense out of it. But like we if we are really like not sure about something, we should definitely consult with some professional or expert to understand what exactly the product is asking or the service is asking about, what information are we actually sharing. Because what happens that because of our ignorance, many a times we fail to like read and understand, and later like we think that why was I not aware of that particular clause or point. So we need to be very sure on the terms and conditions part. And third is safety. Now security policies are like like there are various policies that come here, like for data, for you say passwords, for like keeping your browsing history and all. So we have to be very sure on information sharing, terms and conditions, and security policies, because you see the world has different browsers. It's not like just we there is a, you say, a monopoly of some browsers, but rest others are also like being used according to the, you say, locations and government policies. So according to the my research, what I found is that Google is the one which has around 92 percentage of market share in the search engine markets. Like so, Google, as I said, it has its own monopoly. Second comes is Bing. After Bing, it's Baidu. Baidu is in China. Next is Yahoo and Yandex, and last, like if you combine the rest of the other browsers, it's like 2%. So if you see this carefully, you see that Google, there's no one who can, no other browser or search engine that can touch Google. Even in terms of browsers, you see Google Chrome is the most used one. Safari is like catching up, but it's too far still from Chrome. And here again, the competitors are Firefox, Edge, Opera, UC browser, and others. So you see, Google has like captured the world market in terms of search engines and web browsers, followed by Bing and Safari. So that's how things are like constantly moving ahead, and we really are like shocked to see such a you say great market share that Google has. So we know these search engines as we use some of these regularly. The very first, as I said, is Google. We all are very well aware of this. Second is Bing, Microsoft Bing, and like Bing is a web browser that actually has like functionalities from Microsoft. So Bing. Third is Baidu. Baidu is used in China, and there they do not use Google in China, so they have Baidu there. Next is Yahoo. Yahoo is a very familiar name to all of us. Like we have like heard or used this at some or the other point. And last but not least is Yandex. So Yandex is like mostly in Russia and European countries where people use Yandex for their browsing and stuff. So these are the very common and you say most widely used search engines. That is Google, Bing, Baidu, Yahoo, and Yandex. So now, after search engines, let's understand web browsers, some commonly used web browsers. The very first, again, the familiar one, it's Google Chrome. Next is Apple Safari. Third is Microsoft Edge. Fourth is UC browser. And fifth is Opera. So these five also are like fantastic. We all have come across these at some or the other point. And as you know that Google Chrome has captured the market. So yes, Google Chrome is the leading one, followed by Apple Safari, Microsoft Edge, UC, and Opera. So that's how the browsers are distributed. Just a revision once again. The search engines are Google, Bing, Baidu, Yahoo, and Yandex. And the web browsers that we commonly use are Google Chrome, Apple Safari, Microsoft Edge, UC browser, and Opera Mini. Now, what happens like as we build the base with the understanding that the data privacy and security matters a lot, but we are not sure like what we actually are sharing while accessing the platforms or you say the websites. And many websites at the back end have trackers, so they track each and every click, each and every activity that you carry on their platform. Just they call it analytics, but sometimes if the analysis falls in some wrong hands, it can really lead to a lot of loss. And you say theft, identity theft and all is like very it happens a lot many times, so we need to be very sure of what we are sharing. These are some very important understandings or you say quotes which I came across while researching on this topic. So privacy is like eating and breathing. It is one of the basic life's requirements. So of course, privacy, as I said, it's most crucial, and it is one of the biggest problems in electronic age. So uh, we genuinely are not sure what even if we say that, even if we take that box that yeah, we agree to the terms and conditions, we are not sure. We just say that yeah, okay, I'll have to comply or else I won't be able to use that service or product. But is it really necessary to like bargain your privacy just to use the service or product? That's what the question we actually have to ask ourselves. And generally, the most valuable commodity that I know is information. That in case if someone has an access to about you, your personality, your choices, your dislikes, your likes, your you say moments, so they can predict and they can like keep a track on you, and you like make you move according to their willing choices. So this is like we have to be very sure what exactly are we sharing, what exactly are we thinking, what exactly are we posting, because there are different you say ways in which it can be taken and it can be targeted to you in such a manner that we just cannot predict the combinations. There can be multiple combinations at this point, so please be sure on this part. Now let's understand the best safest search engines. So the best safest search engines, which like some of you might have heard about DuckDuckGo. So it's a very safe, secure, and fantastic search engine. I use it myself. So it is like it can be used as an extension with Google Chrome. So it does not allow Google to track you or share any unwanted information with anyone. It also secures you from all kinds of user data thefts and all. So it's like fantastic. The next way is Start Page. So Start Page is like again a website that has like fantastic features. It blocks all kinds of unwanted advertisements and data pages, and it gives you the search results according to your needs. So Start Page is the second one. The third one is Quant. So Quant is again a search engine that is like widely used in corporates. Many corporates use this Quant and DuckDuckGo for keeping their you say internet access is secure, like because they just cannot compromise with their security. So Quant is also used a lot. SearchX in some European countries and in like abroad, people are like familiar with this term SearchX. SearchX is again like a very good option to switch upon. And last but not least is Search Encrypt. Now Search Encrypt has like a very different kind of a feature. Like whatever you browse, it gets encrypted in the history, and you like after 30 minutes it will also like vanish, like it deletes whatever you searched and all. So in any no way you can be like tracked, or your searches can be marked, your activity can be marked. So these are the 5 search engines, and these search engines do not track, record, or collect any search history or data, and each of these has multiple features to protect privacy and deliver quick search results efficiently. So DuckDuckGo, Start Page, Quant, SearchX, and Search Encrypt. If you guys get time, please try any of these and like let me know your feedbacks, because these search results, the search results from these are really really safe. They do not track you. They do not like charge you anything. Of course, these are also free web browsers, but people are not aware of these much. So I'm trying to like convey this to you that you can switch to these browsers. The choice is all yours. Here we can switch to the following web browsers. So the very first name in this list is Brave. So Brave is a web browser that has like fantastic functionalities, and like it pays you to use their browser. So if you just read the description for Brave and like understand when while visiting and installing it, it is like they show you some paid content, and they pay you for viewing the content. So it's like artistic work, or lot many creatives and all come up there. There is no you say third party advertisement as such that is allowed. Brave showcases only the advertisements that are endorsed by the browser, that too are like minimal. So Brave is also it is the fastest and effective one. It does not lag, and you can like carry out a lot many operations altogether using this browser. So Brave is the first name in this list. Second is Tor. So Tor, whenever we say of the most think of the most secure web browser, Tor is the leading one. Why? Because Tor has the virtual private network kind of a system where you can never be tracked using Tor. Like it just the thing is you have to install it from a legitimate source, and you can like definitely access the internet, like even the deep web at points. So it depends on your understanding and access, like how much you can deep dive in. Just a suggestion from my end, please be safe on the front while using any of these browsers, because these browsers are not like the filtered ones which we use regularly. They have like access to even the deeper roots of the internet, and at that point it becomes like if you are not that aware, please do not like use any of these, because these are like not the very filtered ones, but they have search results, which are general results, or general search engines or web browsers are not allowed to show, or like blocked from showing, because of different policies and norms and all. But these browsers are like officially on the web, and they are here for the ones who are really carrying out some intense research, or you say carrying out some kind of innovation, productive work, or you want to research, experiment something. You can definitely give these web browsers or search engines a try. So Tor is the second option that you can switch upon to. Third is Waterfox. So Waterfox, and this fourth one, Mozilla Firefox. So these are like linked to each other, Waterfox and Mozilla Firefox. So the people who have developed this, they had like a similar structure. The only changes in Waterfox and Mozilla Firefox is that Mozilla Firefox is like widely accepted and being used. Waterfox, on the other hand, was like a very not on that it is not that well known, but it has similar features to Mozilla Firefox, and it also gets updates according to the Mozilla Firefox update directive. So that's about Waterfox and Mozilla Firefox. And last is Iridium. So Iridium is an open source browser again. So here Mozilla and Iridium both are actually the open source browsers, private web browsers, and they have like different kind of an interface. Mozilla is like just similar to the other ones which we know, but Iridium has like very specific search results, and it does not have much of graphics as compared to the ones which we know. But the search results and search, you say, quality is really, really deep and intense. So these are the five names. These are private open source web browsers that are way ahead of our commonly used browsers. As I said, there are many features and functionalities that we can't even think of, and these browsers have already implemented that since so many years, and they have like uh, enhanced their security, privacy, and quality with the coming time, and functionalities to protect privacy and deliver quick results, again the same, are superb. Like if you even try Brave or Tor sometimes might lag because it has that VPN kind of a backend, and because the if you're searching something from, for you say location A, it shows your it like maps all your locations into different multiple locations like B, C, D, E, F, N. So there is no way that if someone tries to backtrack you, since still he or she won't be able to find you, because there are so many locations that from where your you say search result is like being moved on. So Tor might lag at points. So if you have a very good internet connection, you can definitely try Tor. But for you say regular productive use cases, you can use Brave or Mozilla Firefox, because these are the preferred ones compared to the speed and productivity and other applications that we generally carry out. Also, Waterfox and Iridium can be a must try. You can give it a try if you want to really try those. And as I said, like you can, if you are really into research and you say production, or like interested into research experiments and all, you can carry out like deep and understanding about these web browsers and search engines. So just to revise you to you once again, so which are the five search engines? The best five search engines which I could find, the best safest ones are is DuckDuckGo, like a very popular name, a very interesting one. You can try this out. It has a very cool feature like one tap clean history, one tap you say jumps and all. So if you try that, you will understand. Second is Startpage. Startpage.com again is like used for like carrying out web searches efficiently, and fantastic one. Quant is again like used in corporates and all, so you can definitely give it a try. SearchX is the next search engine that is like used globally. People here are not aware much, but definitely it's also a very good one. And Search Encrypt, as I said, has different features. One of those is like it encrypts all your browsing history, and no one can like decrypt it and like find your activity. And every you say instance, like in 30 minutes, it deletes the search results and all. So that's how Search Encrypt works. So they do not track, record, and all. And each of these has multiple unique features. So I am not like able to show you all of these at this point, because each of these is like, if we enter into them, there's a lot more to talk and discuss. So I am just giving you the names for now. You can definitely install any of these by just visiting the websites and like install and understand how these work. And believe me, you will definitely like their interface and how they work, how they are like not tracking you, and how it is like really, really going good with your search results. the best, safest private web browsers. So we can switch to the following web browsers. As I said, Brave is the first one, then Tor, Waterfox, Mozilla Firefox, and Iridium. So again, Brave can be used for regular use cases. Tor is one which is like it is good for like very deep intense search, but not for a regular use case because it lags if we're trying it with a 4G or you say a normal data connection. Waterfox, similar to Mozilla Firefox, is like an open source web browser which allows you to like be safe, and it is like, oh, the code is open source, so definitely there are like a lot of iterations and it has regular updates. And Iridium, so the functionalities to protect privacy and deliver such results efficiently is fantastic in all these web browsers too. Now, one thing that we have to discuss is VPN. VPN is virtual private network. So, for example, how this mechanism works, I'll just give you a short understanding of this. So, if this is you, and this is the, you say, encrypted connection, and this is VPN. So, websites on the internet which are like blocked, it is like it reflects all your you say search results or everything via an encrypted connection, and like no one else other than you can know what exactly are you accessing. So VPN, like many service providers provide you with VPNs and all. So even if someone tries to look into what exactly are you trying to search for, they won't be able to understand it because it will be into some cryptographic keys, and it will be like very difficult for them to decipher it. So that's how VPN is like a very secure connection where you are directly connected to the VPN, and VPN server carries it like a regular search, and then again it reflects back to the VPN, and then VPN gives it to you. So no one was able to understand like what, who searched it, why was it searched, and how many times was it searched, and all. So it's how it's like used for carrying out different search operations and like secure operations. So if there are any covert operations, these kind of VPNs and all are used a lot many times. So VPN, as I said, and the VPN server setup. So in short, you can say like, as I said, it is like encrypted. Then the search goes from the greater internet, comes back, and then it is again like given in some, you say, encrypted format back to the system. So that's how it acts like a man in the middle kind of a mechanism where you send it to one point. From that point, it is like figured out what exactly are you looking for. The results are got back, and then it is delivered back to you. That's how the encrypted connection mechanism for VPN, virtual private networks, work. So that's about today's session. So the thing is like security online is very important, and the very two crucial things that we regularly use is web browser and a search engine. So this session was an attempt to make you guys aware and help you understand that how privacy, security, data sharing, and all these terms are good to hear, but very often like not understandable, and we have to be very sure that what exactly are we sharing. And that's like how we have carried out this session also. Thank you for the tech platform for like allowing me to take this session. And this session actually like is to more of kind of an awareness session that helps you understand how web browsers and search engines actually work. Apart from that, this is Delta the Innovators. You can definitely visit deltatheinnovators.com to understand other lectures that we had till now, and how we are creating an impact for the society to help them understand and bridge the gap between technology and generations. So thank you for that. And just a quick share of my LinkedIn profile. So that's me, Shubham, and you guys can find me here on LinkedIn. The name is Shubham Dumbre. So I would like to hand it over back to Sophia now. Thank you, Sophia.
Hi Shubham, it was a great, interesting thing what you have explained us, because the web browsers nobody knows what is happening, how it happens. So everyone, they want to search something, they just write and you get everything, but they don't know about the security, or the people who are at the back. They must be hacking. The hacking is a very, uh, every time you see that people, there are many of the people who try to hack something,
Yeah.
they want some data from us. which people don't want to share with anyone.
Correct.
So it
Correct.
is the main important thing right now, that everyone, whatever you are browsing or whatever you want to search anything, just please make sure that website or that web browser or the search engine are secured enough so that your personal data is not spread around the world. So it was a very nice session, and I hope people have learned about the web browsers and the search engines. And the people, if you want to ask any of the questions regarding the search engines or the web browsers or the security which is at the back of that, so you can ask us, and you can ask Mr. Shubham Dumbre for that. He will explain you each and everything in detail without any
Sure.
problem. Everything is
Yeah.
there. So at the end of the this session, you want to add something, Mr. Shubham?
Nothing. Just you can give these new web browsers which I introduced in the session a try, because those are free, those are open source, and those
Okay.
actually guarantee your privacy. So if you are one who wants to like be safe, so
Be
try that out.
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. People must be listening to us. Means people must be trying right now, or they are still, earlier we said that people must be browsing right now, and maybe they are doing the same thing right now.
Yeah.
So it was a very good thing. And the people, this session is recorded, and anytime you can visit our website, or directly you can visit Mr. Shubham for this session, and you can ask anything, whichever you have. Maybe you have missed this session, or maybe later you will see this session. You can ask us anytime. We'll help you out for each and every queries.
Sure.
So, okay, Shubham. So I think we should end.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
any queries, people, please ask us. We are here anytime. You can ask. We will answer you back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
All the very. It was a great pleasure for, and be safe, be at home, and just enjoy your life at home right now, because you cannot go outside. Just stay at home. Be safe.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye bye, Shubham. Okay.
Bye. Bye. Yeah.